Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. Welcome. Suleiman Rahim here. Critical analytics. We're going to analyze the verses that specifically point to the events that are about to unfold before our very eyes. Most of the scriptures are talking about these events actually. Some more specific, some more direct, some more indirect. But we want to go into the ones that's more specific to understand, because we're about to jump into it, brothers and sisters. It's happening before our very eyes, and that's the whole purpose of the angel, to make sure you see, make sure your eyes are open, that you understand, not caught off guard. We have a storm here, so hope that doesn't disturb anyone. So let's proceed. And let's proceed. Excuse me for a second. Now, brothers and sisters, I've been telling you for many years, in fact for 30 years, about this war is coming. It's going to change everything. This war is going to change everything. It's going to burst on the scene suddenly. It's going to destroy this reality suddenly. Totally destroy it. This vision we've been living under, specifically for the last 72 years. But in total, 50,000 years. But again, specifically, the last 70 years with the establishment of false Israel. It's about to come down. They're about to be revealed for who they really are and who we really are. Where it's going to send shockwaves through the entire planet. Everything will be touched by it. Because it's going to shake this reality, shake it to its core, have it come crumbling down instantly. That's what's about to happen. And the angel is there to make sure those of you who are the seed of Abraham will not be blinded by the darkness. When there's intense darkness, you cannot see, but you will be able to see. Time unprecedented trouble. Unprecedented trouble that we're about to enter, and no one is really telling you these things. Lion Farrakhan is not telling you. Well, he's guessing now. He's stealing information. He's guessing. He knows something about to happen, but CNN knows something about to happen too. All over the internet, they tell you something about to happen. So now he, as usual, Johnny come lately. Oh, something about to happen. It's going to snow in December. It might rain in the spring. We must be very specific, brothers and sisters. So just hold on. 1 second here. Panic. world is about to go into extreme panic, anxiety, fear. Fear is going to engross the planet, especially European countries. There's going to be a great panic because their world is about to come crumbling down, crashing. Crashing is more likely, better word. Instantly, overnight, it's going to instill great panic, extreme panic. It says men will walk around drunk without have a drink. They'll be grabbing their loins like a woman that's in labor. Be so afraid because hell is breaking loose on them. The judgment that they thought was never coming has arrived. A fierce judgment is coming as a fierce lion. See, it's coming like a pack of lions. See, hungry lions, fierce. See? And they won't have any protection against it. They think they're powerful. They got all these nuclear weapons and everything. They're going to find when they go to pull a trigger, it's going to be blanks. Panic. Extreme panic. Terrible panic is about to strike America right to its heart. Extreme panic. Going to strike America, all the demons, and unfortunately it's going to strike some of our people too. See? But it's going to strike them like a sudden, severe heart attack. So let's proceed, brothers and sisters. It's about to hit a thunderstorm right now. Thunder. It's lightning, it's thundering. There. Don't worry, brothers and sisters. I did the counting, so I counted about 10 miles away. 10 seconds for lightning, for thunder came. So I'm okay. And so to that end, we're setting up beacons all over the country. Yeah, some we're going to have many more soon. See? So when intense darkness comes, like the Quran says, the intense darkness, when it comes, our people will have beacons so they know where to go, come together. Because that intense darkness is going to bring our people together. And we send beacons. We have beacons all over the country. So they guide them. Because our people are going to be delivered. As the promise was given to Abraham, as a promise God intends to keep. You know, Master Prophet Muhammad came to prove that he means to keep that promise, certify it. Elijah Muhammad stood 40 some years, right? To prove it, to nurse it. Then we had Lion Farrakhan to come and try to destroy it. But it's not going to work. Because now the message of the covenant is here, right? To enforce it. To make it happen. That's why I said the message of the covenant. Joshua will take you home. We're going home, brothers and sisters. 50,000 years we've been away from home. We've been away from home for 50,000 years. You say, well, we just came over here 464 years ago. Yeah, we came away from Africa. But we left our home 50,000 years ago in Arabia. That's our true home. War. This is the war that's going to change everything. See? The war in the Middle East. They're already at war. It's just not kinetic as they say. You know, missiles and bombs. I mean, those things are happening now. So, but not happen. What they that's not exact. That's not the war yet. That the scriptures tell us about. It's building up to that. In other words, it has reached the boiling point. And it's very close to the boiling point. Anyone has eyes or ears that's paying attention knows it's very close to the boiling point. It could start boiling any day now. That's going to change the whole world. Everybody's looking at this. Everybody's looking at what's happening in the Middle East. A lot of people, the Christians, they rejoice. They want it. They want it. The demons want it. Because to them, see, they're dealing with the sealed Bible. From their point of view, that's the doorway to heaven. See, that's going to herald Jesus' return. See, to get rid of Muslims and terrorists and save Israel. See, they want it. See, read Exodus, it talks about it there. So they were rejoicing at the war because there wasn't a victory yet, there wasn't a defeat. That means the war was going on. They were rejoicing. Everybody's anticipating that this is going to be it. That's the battle for Armageddon. Jesus is going to return and bam, he's going to save Israel, right? And take and destroy all his enemies, the Muslims over there, Iran, Turkey, and all that, right? He's going to take and rapture the Christians, and kill the infidels, and give it to us too, because see, they ain't telling that part. Give it to us too, because we was cursed black, so finally got rid of us too. See, because we with an apparition. See, because everything's supposed to be white. Yeah. This storm is right on time. It's like a sign. Right on time. Okay. Because the world is about to enter the storm. Like never before. Time of unprecedented trouble. Okay. So it's appropriate that we have this storm now. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. This is what the angel has to say about it. This is what kicks it off. Occurred war in the heaven. Michael and his angels. Ask Farrakhan who Michael is. Ask Silas who Michael. They don't know who Michael is. They don't know anything. That's Farad. Who else could it be? If Michael's going to deliver us, then there must be two deliverers. We need to deliver twice. Because Farad's supposed to deliver us too, right? That's pretty simple stuff, but those people, they're so confused, they can't add. They think 1 + 1 is equal to 11. And occurred war in the heaven, Michael and his angels. Who is his angels? See, there's an rod of iron. See, that's a big hint there, but anyway, move on with that. That's the Shia. See, he's their 12th Imam they're looking for. He's their Mahdi. That's what Muhammad is. So he's like them. See, they have original too. See, they're original on their parental side. You see. But they're occasional on their maternal side. They're like him. Those are his angels. And they went to war with the dragon and his angels. Now, who's the dragon? See, the dragon's angels are Gog and Magog and Satan. Those are his angels. So, but the dragon itself is the house of Sod. The angel tell us that they're not even Arabs. The Indians that the British put on the throne to protect that oil. And they would guarantee they're holding that power, that throne, right? As long as they kept supplying America and its allies with cheap, steady flow of oil, which made America a superpower. Who has the most energy has the most power. And so that's why they call them the dragon's angels, because they wouldn't have any power. They get their energy from the dragon. Without energy, you have no power. That's why the dragon, that's why it's called a dragon. House Sod is called a dragon. Because it literally furnished, it really made America and its allies powerful by by the oil that it gave is given for all these years. Cheap, steady flow of oil. I understand that, brothers and sisters. So we look at an angel key here. See? Those of you that have been studying it, you understand this. See? But this is where we are in time right now. See, Iran and Syria, right? They're pushing against Gog and Magog. See, it's a wind, it's blowing. So at what point, you understand, will it become fatal? See, our war is getting hotter and hotter by the second. They're pushing because their original position should be where America follows Israel. They should be in top in the Middle East. But they've been cast down. They was cast down in 1990. So now they're trying to reassert themselves. And so now the conflict is coming because only one can be in that position. So Iran and Syria, they're getting ready to take that position back with Farad's help. Remember, it says Michael and his angels. We already see these things called UFOs flying around. Who do you think they are? They know who they are. Those of you stay know who they are. That's Master Prophet Muhammad. See? So when they go, they think they're going to see, because everybody's expecting false Israel to win. The Christians expecting to win. Even Jehovah's Witnesses, they expecting to win. Everybody's expecting to win. That's why they're rejoicing. It says the sign of the camp was joy, but there was not a joy of victory, not a joy of defeat, because they won, and everybody's excited. Oh man, we're finally going to, Jesus is coming. Then when this war starts, they're going to be excited. They're going to be excited, overjoyed. Then evangelicals going to be partying here. If this war lasts for a month, they're going to be drunk with giddiness. Oh man. No. Getting ready to everything. I mean, I'm getting ready to, I'm casting everything. I ain't more work or nothing because we're getting ready to be raptured. We're getting ready to go to heaven. Jesus come here in a minute. That's where it's going to be. That's going to be happening. See? Oh, what a letdown. Bam. Then the war. Victory. It says, because the dragon was kicked out. They lost that war. The angel lost that war. That's unexpected. That should not happen. And then all that joy and happiness and excitement and euphoria is going to come crashing down, bam, in a second. Like you can't imagine. It can't happen. The abomination of desolation. It can't happen. What happened? That can't happen. That cannot happen. Man. Can't happen. What happened there is going on. Because in the back of their minds is fastly invoking fast that's quickly, right, encompassing their mind, right, that's consuming their mind. The fact is those niggas are the real truths of Abraham. And that's what they're trying to hold back. Oh man, no, that can't happen. Because that's what's going through right then. See, because that's the natural conclusion. And they're going crazy trying to hold that thought back. That can't happen. No, that can't happen. Something wrong with that. That can't happen. Because what does that mean? They're the devils. They're Satan. They're evil. Because right now they think they're good. Because they got that sealed Bible going. The sealed Bible says that we was cursed black. That we're nothing. We see the Ham, that Israel, they're the truth, and we was cursed black, so everything was started white. And white is really original, the best, and they didn't do anything. And the Indians was in the way. They was just that land that God gave them, and they got rid of them. They no problem because they was heathen. They was in God's way. You understand? And what they doing to the Muslims over there? They ain't in the way of God giving the people land back to Israel. I mean, nothing they did was wrong, and bring us over here and everything. We was born to be slaves. See, so they just doing God's will. And all of a sudden, no, that can't be. Jesus ain't coming for us. He coming to get us. We ain't going to heaven. We're going to hell. That's what's going to be like. You think I'm being over dramatic? You watch.
You watch. See? And their first knee-jerk reaction is, if they can't do nothing about them over there, do something about us. Only way they can prove they hold on that mentality, right? If they got us right in their grip, get rid of us right away, quick. Before that idea consumes their mind. Because eating up their mind, they're holding it back. Get rid of us quick. Don't waste time. Do it quick. See? Before they go insane. Instead of be walking around drunk without having a drink, children be go gray-headed. Nothing in World War II caused children to go gray-headed. Even atomic bombs dropped in Japan didn't make children go gray-headed. So that tells you where it's like going to be. Instead of time of unprecedented trouble like it's never been ever before, ever. That's what's about to happen, brothers and sisters. Bam! Get rid of us, quick, instantly. That's what it's talking about. See, it's covering us. Let me back up and show. Take time. We want to see it gets right. You know, out there, Christian, all the blacks, Christian blacks, you know why? See? They're covering it. That means they get rid of it. They attack it. Instantly. As soon as they kicked out, instantly. Instantly. See? Instantly. And then Master Prophet Muhammad comes. See? And Suleiman comes. Make their debut. Master Prophet Muhammad's already made his debut. Right? So he made his. When he kicked him out of the Middle East. Now Suleiman's about to make his debut. See? Because he comes to rescue a nation of Islam that have been previously rejecting him. At that time, Pharaoh Khan and his demons are cast out. They're cast out of there. That's why I said the Ancient of Days did set. And thrones were cast down. Whose thrones? Those thrones. They in authority, they cast out of there. He cleans it up. That's what said the messenger of the covenant would do. He would come and clean it up instantly, right away. He says it's coming suddenly. Suddenly. It's come to Elijah's temple, not any Mars. He comes to Elijah's temple. And suddenly. See? So it said it was thrown into the earth. The earth represents European countries. There's my voice here, brothers and sisters. It said, woe to the earth and sea. See? Why earth and the sea? Because if you look at this here, right? Well, you see the horns, just also the sea. And the earth down here, that's what it's talking about. Woe to earth and the sea. Because step down the devil towards you, having anger great, knowing that little time he is having. In other words, he's angry. Because he knows it's over. The game is over. He said, only got a little time left. He only got a little time left. Because his whole vision has been crashed. His whole reality has been just crashed. Pharaoh just crashed it. He knows he's full of wrath. And where's he going to exercise his wrath? We're going to see that next. How is he going to exercise his wrath? Because now he knows that the game is up. He knows who he is. He can't hide anymore. He knows he is. He knows the devil. See? It says right there. See? I'm going to talk about that here. Let me back up here. Oh. I missed something here. Okay. Let me move on. I may have missed something. I'll pick it up. Okay. Now they attack him instantly. Because this event right here, it's a little out of order, but I want to emphasize this. See, this is what happens to false Israel, because they got kicked out. They got kicked out. See? But what happened to false Israel? They didn't get kicked out because they lived there. They get taken down. See, that's what destroys this reality. That's what destroys it. Because that's what it's based on. The whole world political situation, everything, folks, all the stuff in the Middle East and everything else is centered around the fact that false Israel is supposed to be the true thing, the real deal. And that's causing all turmoil in the Middle East and so forth and so on. See, that's the abomination of desolation. Not supposed to happen. I said that's not supposed to happen. But Fry is supposed to take it down, and it does happen. So here it is. So this is the best hint you get so far. It says, but when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know that its desolation is near. Remember the abomination of desolation. That's the desolation. Its desolation is near. That means when they go to war, it tells you in Daniel that the Shia is going to surround false Israel. That means it's about to be destroyed. When you see armies, see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know its desolation is near. And that's the sealed Bible version. It's the unsealed Bible version. I'm not going to that right now, but it's the same thing. Same idea. But I can show you within the key on it. See, probably I should have done that, but I have done it previously. That's what it's talking about. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. See, it says flee. Let those who are in the midst of the earth depart. Let those, not those who are in the country let those who are in the country enter her. In other words, don't get in there. You don't want to go in there. you don't want to go in there. If you're in there, you better get the hell out from those Arabs and everything, right? And those who are in the country enter her. For those are days of vengeance. What kind of vengeance? What kind of vengeance? Why are you getting vengeance? Vengeance means something done to you. See, that's consequence. That's judgment. Is it judgment, not vengeance? If it's not vengeance, what is it? See, because you retaliated for something that's done to you. That's what vengeance is. So now, they've been over there for 72 years. Those Arabs, those Palestinians, right? They have a long memory. They ain't like us. We just forgive everything. They got a long memory. Oh, woe, says woe to them. See, those days are days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. In other words, all the bullshit they've been doing for the last 6,000 years is coming down their head now. All the stuff they've been doing in 6,000 years is coming down on their head all of a sudden. All of a sudden. But woe to those who are pregnant, those who are nursing babies in those days. For there be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people. What people? The ones who are nursing babies and pregnant. They ain't talking about females. And they will fall by the edge of the sword, be led away into captivity, all the nations. And just be trampled down by the Gentiles. The time of Gentiles are filled. To be just trampled down and be led away captive to all the nations. That's what will happen to false Israel. Those that even survive being trampled down. Here it is right here. See? Now, you see Gog and Magog right there? Under Gog and Magog under Gog here, that's the Christian blacks. I showed you it's the greenish yellow. It's not the pale horse, it's greenish yellow. It's a bad translation. And the black one, right, under here. Those are the ones that's pregnant because they got something under them. You got to understand the language. They're the ones that's pregnant. Woe to them, America and Britain. See? Because vengeance is coming upon them. Gog and Magog came out 500 years ago, after 1,000 years in the Dark Ages. That's the millennia. They're trying to deceive you about what's in the future. That happened in the past. They was 1,000 years into the pit. They was locked in by those who resurrected in chapter 20, the Muslims, Sunnis, and they kept them locked up for 1,000 years, right? In so-called Dark Ages. That was only applied to Europe. It didn't apply to the rest of the world. And then after 1,000 years, they came out. God made God cover the whole world, just like the scripture said that would happen. That's what happened. See, and they declared a race war on the planet, and now it's coming back at them. See, vengeance for everybody that they did something to. All the world will be against them. All the world will be against them. I may say it again. All the world will be against them, externally and internally. Their own demons are going to go against them. Their own children, their black-faced children. But woe to those who are pregnant, those are nursing babies in those days. That's what I'm talking about. God can make God. See? If you understand Israel, understands that. Because remember I said they attack us, that means something under them. Those ones that are pregnant. Okay? And then they attack us. As far as Israel goes down, they attack us immediately. Instantly, they have to protect their mind. Their mind is pulsating. It's about to explode. See, they got to do something to hold it back. And the only thing is, right, is take and get rid of us. Instantly. Because we're not, then we're not true seed Abraham, so then there must be some kind of apparition or something. So, false Israel going to rise again or something. There'll be some miraculous, Jesus going to come and miraculously revive them or something. See? So they can still hold on to that hope if we're not around anymore. See? So, you have insurrection going on in this country. Because many blacks are fighting back. So here it is. Remember, I jumped ahead a little bit, but it says, this is what happened to the dragon. It says, woe to the earth and the sea, because step down the devil towards you, having anger great, having known that little appointed time is had. Or is he that short time left? No, I just mentioned that. He cast out. So that's when I put the other piece in there, because I want you to understand abomination of abomination, abomination of desolation. And when he saw the dragon, and when the dragon soul was thrown to the earth, it persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male. It persecuted the original nation who gave birth to Farad, because he's part of the original nation. They persecuted. He also gave birth to Suleiman. They persecuted. That's what I said. He could attack immediately. And Splendid says the dragon, right? That means Sunnism's attacking also. The Sunnis going to attack, because they're also going to be, minds going to be, even though they're glad that as far as Israel's gone, but also the problem is that if we're true to Abraham, they got to give that land, and they don't want to do that, because that means they're not owners of that land. You know, they're squatters. So they're pretenders just as much as false Israel was. See, because they claim it belongs to them. It doesn't belong to us. They ran us off 50,000 years ago. So we covered it with sand on the way out, so it wouldn't be corrupted. They say, well, they're the oldest son. Yeah, the oldest son by Abraham's maid, but it was Abraham's wife, Sarah, that gave birth to us. You see? And that's the one that God blessed. But Ishmael said, well, I'm the firstborn. I should have, yeah, he have a son. He does have a claim, but still in all, he was the son of a maid. See? And she was a Hindu tribe. That's why it says a maid. Remember I said we had three tribes. We had the Hindu tribe, we had the tribe of Shabazz, and the Levite tribe. You see? So it says, it says, persecute the woman. Then further it says, and was made wrathful the dragon upon the woman, and went up to make war with the leftover seed of her, having observed the commands of God, having the witness of Jesus. That means the FOI, the NOI. See, it says it made away war against it. So he's going to make war against us. And Mr. Farrakhan, I got you talking. You over there praying with the Sunnis, and they call your God a fraud, they call Elijah Muhammad a liar, and yet you over there praying with them, you won't go up there and tell them that Master Muhammad's God. You won't go in their temple mosque to say that. You won't go. You won't do it. You won't go in their mosque to say that. They throw your ass out. You won't go over and say Master Muhammad is a lie. They will throw your ass out. And you definitely won't go to the Middle East to say that because you lose your damn head. But yet still you're over there making love with those people. They have no love for you. When they come over here, they don't even associate with you. You call yourself Muslim. You can have 5 degrees. You can wear kufi and every damn thing else. And pray not 5 times a day, but 20 times a day. They don't give a damn. They don't associate with you. They don't invite you to their house. They don't have nothing to do with you. But hey man, we want to be Muslims. We want to be Sunnis. We be with them. They don't give a damn about you. But they want you to be. They want you to adopt Sunnism because then when you stop laying claim upon that land. Because in Sunnism, you nothing. You just a Negro. Just a Negro with a book, with the Quran. That's all you is in Sunnism. You just a Negro with the Quran. See. And as a result, right, they attack. That's when Suleiman calls on Master Prophet Muhammad. He makes the call and he answers. See, he released the 4 winds. See, they get a certain amount of protection. I'm not going into all the details about that because if they know all the details about that, they were prepared for it. The Bible tells you that. See, but he dropped those 4 winds. That's what said equal. The 4 winds would bring us together. You see, he dropped 4 winds, but when he drops the 4 winds, right? That's when the locust plague comes out. The second locust plague. The first locust plague was last year. I told you last 5 months. George Floyd thing, right? I told you that was the locust plague. There'd be riots and everything. It lasted 5 months. Go check it out. Just like as I was saying beforehand. I'm not Farrakhan. I tell you news after it happens. See, or be very, very general. Like he gonna tell you about he knows a lot about COVID-19, but he mentioned nothing about it until July the 4th. 6 months afterwards. But now he knows all about it. But he's in control of it, right? But yes, he's wearing a mask. Why are you afraid of it? See, if you knew 1619 to 2019, that's 400 years. For 2020 be a plague that would kill the firstborn, that's the elderly, and pass the rest. Then why are you wearing it? Because you ain't one of us. That's why you wearing it. Because it ain't gonna pass over your ass. Because you're not true seed Abraham. That's why you wearing it. You're telling your people you're telling your people to wear it. That's the truth behind it. I'm not wearing it. So, this is the locust release. This gets into the story about Samson and everything, but they tear this country apart. Because at this point in time, they rejected, see, the locust plague, right? At this point in time, they're already rejected by Massa. Because Master's killing all black folks. He ain't making no distinction. First, there's a pause. See? Because the Christian blacks, Master, why are you attacking us? We are children. So they can negotiate. We Christians and all that kind of stuff, right? But then Master go after them anyway. And we don't want them. They come run us, we don't want them. See? That's what it says. You separate the chaff from the wheat. That's what Suleiman would do. They're the chaff. They're the demons who somebody sowed their seed amongst us. That's what it tells you. That's the parable said. Evil one sowed his seed. So therefore it said, let them go together. Let Elijah teach them together. And we'll separate them in harvest time. That's what's happening. So now, forsaken, angry, vengeful, they're going to attack Massa. Because Massa's attacking them. And they're going all out because they have nothing to, they're going all out. Because for them, it's either win or lose. See, they're going all out. Because Massa already let them know, we're going to get rid of all y'all. They're going all out. It's going to be insane, this country. See, not just them. They're going to tear this country apart. And the evangelicals going to be tearing this country apart too. They've been going crazy because of the falls of Israel. The Christians, they kind of got over a little bit because now they know, but they know their country right now is just survival. But the evangelicals, their minds, those ones that walk around drunk without having a drink, because their whole reality just came crushing down on them. They don't know what to make of it. They was walking around one day thinking they was angels and Jesus beloved and everything, and now they realize they're devils. And Jesus here to destroy them. And they went to pull their nuclear button, and they went to press that trigger, and it was blanks. And the whole world, see, said you live by the gun, you die by the gun. They took over the world because they took the gun, they used the gun and reduced everyone to animals and take everything they had. That's racism. And now the gun don't work. 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 You've been terrorized to cut the whole city with your gun. Man, I'm the fastest man in the West. Nobody got met. Everybody spitting everything, giving credit, give everything you want. Then you wake up one morning and have no ammunition. What do you think that's like? Whoa, 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 whoa. See? So there it is. 5 months of total hell. That's what this saying tells us, that once that war starts, America, said, remember, he had a short time left, 5 months. And it'll be total hell in here, in the sword within, the sword without. It says it got 5 months. Once the war starts, that's into them. It says it would be they destroyed in one day. That's what it says in chapter 18. Had a short time left. So here you go. That's the demons. Tearing the country apart. That's the locust plague. That's why one reason they call it finds locust, because locust same color as that. It's not pale. You got a bad translation. You get literal translation is greenish yellow. And you get one of those from Jehovah's Witnesses. They got the best one out there. It's free. See? So that's what's happening. They're tearing this country apart. Evangelicals are tearing it apart. They got their guns and stuff, you know. They're attacking. See? Then you got all the Levites from Africa. You got millions of Africans here. That's not from America. We didn't go through our experience. But they're here. They be attacked too. They're attacking all blacks. And they're fighting. They're united. So they're fighting. The Bible tells you, anybody that's found here that's foreign to this, they'll be cut through, cut to pieces. So all you so-called Indians and everybody else that's you over here, and the Chinese and everything you over here, right? That you over here, you better get home. You better leave quick. See, because they're gonna be. You know how these Americans get, right? They're very paranoid people. When this happened, they ain't gonna trust anybody. They don't kill anybody. They ain't them. See, because it's gonna be terrible. Remember when this happened, you can forget about buying food. Because the supply train is going to be broken. Because they can't have it. Wasn't the supply train was disrupted back last year when they had the riots for 5 months. Now it's going to be totally broken. So it's going to be nothing. They're going to have big runs on the stores, and there's going to be nothing there because nobody who's going to supply them. The whole world's in turmoil. Whole country in turmoil. How long is that food going to last? Some people are going to be eating their dogs. Some people eat their children before. Now why we think will make children gray-headed? They be afraid to go to sleep, afraid to be around their family because they're going to be eaten. Instead of eat their own children. Children be afraid to death. They be hiding from their parents. Hiding from each other. Be afraid to death because they be eaten. Some people eat their own children, but eat their pets. These pets, that's going to solve that problem. They be eating their pets too. It says it's going to be terrible. It says, woe is a time of trouble, unprecedented trouble like never before. It says nothing like it. I'm trying to get you ready for what's about to happen, brothers and sisters. It's going to be something you ain't never seen before. Ain't nothing in World War II to prepare you for what's happening here. Even dropping those bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nothing to prepare you about what you're going to see, what you're going to witness. And we're going to be able to witness much of this. Because we're going to the judgment seat. It said, when ancient days set, the judgment was set. Ancient days set, right? It said the judgment was set. And the beast was just burned, put the flame of fire. So we're going to hear witness the judgment, the days of vengeance. We're going to witness it. But we're taken out, right, just before the invasion. I lose my voice here, brothers and sisters. I'm going to get this point across. See that surprise on his face? There's nothing about what it's going to be like. Where's this? It's that goat. China and India. Now, America's already got defeated in the Middle East. They're already angry at China, and America's already in conflict right now. And China's already threatening nuclear war. Threatening nuclear war. Says you better back off. Says if you mess us, we'll break your heads. America, they had nobody talk to them like that before. Not even Russia never talked to America like that before. Nobody ever talked to America like that. America, you talk to me like that. You be toast by 4 evening. So you mess with us, you break your head. And we're going to take Taiwan. What do we want to do? You better not come in China Sea either. How did China get like that? That's backfire. Because they made China strong, trying to keep us down. So now they're invading. Because they know they're going to war with China, but now China takes the opportunity. America's already floundering, right? Already got defeated. How did America get defeated by Iran and Syria? They're all so-called powerful. I mean, they run out of Afghanistan. They got stuck cold in Korea. And they got their ass thrown out of Vietnam. See? And they rejoiced because they went into Iraq. Right? That was a piece of cake. But they, wow, man, we kicked that midget in the ass, didn't we? 7 feet tall, man, 200 of them. We kicked that little midget in the ass, didn't we? Man, we tough, man. We the home of the brave. Land of the brave, home of the free. We really kicked that midget in the ass, didn't we? That midget Saddam Hussein. See, that's where they are. They ain't brave. Nothing brave about America. They couldn't whip Afghanistan. Those are sheep herders over there. They don't have no Air Force, no tanks, no missiles, anything. And they got 10 of their sheep. They don't have no real standing army, uniform, that kind of stuff. They're sheep herders. And America fought them for 20 years and couldn't defeat them. With planes and trains and everything out there, so they had missiles. Remember, Trump dropped that Moab, mother of all bombs, Moab. It's just short. It's a pseudo-nuclear weapon. It has it's powerful nuclear weapon, but it's just powerful as nuclear weapon. But as long as it's not a nuclear weapon, they say, well, I didn't drop a nuclear weapon on them, but it was just as powerful. And it still didn't shake them. See? They went Vietnam. Vietnamese didn't have that either. Right? They were just rice farmers. And America couldn't defeat them either. After years and years and years, tanks, planes, defoliating the forest, everything. And they got the ass whipped, kicked out of there. And now they're about to get kicked out of the Middle East, and they get kicked out of there. Right? Now all the enemies have gotten stronger. China's become very strong, very powerful. Russia becomes very strong, very powerful. India's becoming very strong and powerful, especially technologically, because they kept trying to keep us from accessing that technology, even though we was best suited for it. So now they're invading. As soon as that war finished over there, right, the very first thing that's going to happen, as soon as that war finishes over there, the very first thing that happen is America is going to be at war with China, Korea, and with Russia and the EU. It says, I bring about division. Don't think I bring in union, I bring about division. Mother against daughter, father against son, mother against mother-in-law, mother against daughter-in-law. Right? If you understand what that means. But that's what it is. That's destruction in America and destruction abroad. All that happens as soon as that war starts, immediately start happening. We always talk about what's going to attack us, right? And some of it, they're going to try to get some of the blacks. See, because they're setting it up right now, trying to fix they could draft women. See, They setting you up for that. Because the white women ain't going to go in there. If they wasn't trying to set you up, then why would they just leave it voluntarily? I mean, if women want to go, they would go, right? They want to force you to go. That's why I put a draft. To force you black women to go out there and be target practice, right? Because they know they're in trouble right now. So if it gets to that, we're going to have your ass over there. Then you find out that ain't those 100-pound women going to kick 20, 30, 40, 200-pound men in the ass like you see in that dumb crap in the movie. See, that's what's happening. So they're in a war with China and North Korea, and so now, and now India's going to go on the side of China, and it's going to back off, and it's going to go inside China. See, you got a conflict between India and China right now. That's going to be dissolved overnight because all these people hate America. Every one of them hates America, and China and India's going to put aside the differences. They're going to unite to take out America. That's a 200 million man army. That's just a sneeze for them. 200 million men with about 3 billion people over there together. 200 million men, nothing. So they're going to come together and they're going to invade across the Pacific Ocean on the West Coast while America's at war over in Europe. They're going to be failing over there. They'll be losing very badly. And while they bog down over there, that's when China and India's going to make their move. Going to hit them on the West Coast. Remember, they already lost in the Middle East. Now they bog down over in Europe. See, they bog down over there. See. And so now they come in and hit them on the West Coast. America's hitting from all sides. It says your calamity will come in one day. Come in 1 year, all of it. And this is the year of your judgment. You had a 6 month pause, but you're in the year of your judgment now. See? They're coming. And so they be merciless. They're not coming for you to surrender. They don't want your surrender. They want your destruction. They're not, only ones going to come out here is those that are healthy enough, right, and young enough that they can enslave. And they come out perpetual slaves. They're going to take you into enslavement, captivity. And everybody else, children, old ladies, old men, whatever, infirmed, whatever, right? They're going to cut you through to pieces. They're going to burn this place down. So they're going to eat her flesh and burn it down with fire. That's what you got coming for, America. And you got coming. You better eat all your steaks and everything right now because this is coming in a few days. This could break out. This could break out tonight, tomorrow. But it's coming. You see, it's getting hot. And you think, oh man, you keep bleeding these crowns. Well, you might as well bleed because it doesn't matter. Because the result's going to be the same. You're through. Your 6,000 years of evil and making rich, destroying people and genocide and all the hell you did to us last 464 years. Vengeance. Days of vengeance. See? So here it is. And there will be signs in the moon, and in the stars, and the earth, the stress of the nation, with perplexity. See? That's the sign. The sea and the waves roaring. They're not talking about water. They're talking about China and India. Sea and the waves roaring. Right? See? And men's hearts failing them from fear of the expectation of those things coming on the earth. See? They expect a destruction because this. Why? They tell you in the next verse right there. Why? He said, why is they so fear of what's coming upon earth? Because the powers of the heaven will be shaken. Heavens will be shaken. With the powers? Their powers. Their powers is broken. Their powers are broken in the Middle East. Just got broken. So now they're full of fear. Their hearts are failing. Heart attacks. Men's hearts failing them for fear of expectation. They fear, this is what they fear, an expectation of what's going to happen. Because now they know that that false Israel is false. So now they know who they really are, what the truth is, and that God's coming after them. And so their hearts are failing because just the expectation of it. What do you think they're going to be how do you think they're going to feel when it actually happens? If your heart's failing just because something you think is about to happen, right? Then what you think you're going to do when it does happen? If you're nervous about being sentenced, right? Then how are you going to be once you get sentenced? That's what's telling you. It says their hearts are failing from fear of expectation. Heart attack over expectation. So what happens when expectation becomes real? But the powers of heaven be shaken. That means it's got broken in the Middle East. Then you see the Son of Man come in the clouds with power and great glory. Now, when you see things begin to happen, that's talking to the children of Israel. When you see that thing happen over there, right? It says, look up and lift your head because the redemption draws nigh. That means that is good for you. Because now, this is the time we've been looking for that's going to break their power, and now we start rising to power. See? Because they were expecting false Israel to win. And when it loses, because we expected, right, them to lose. Because we're true to Abraham. So our expectation is correct and theirs is wrong. So now we go into redemption, they're going to destruction. Their hearts are failing, but our heads are being lifted up. See? Because they come out the way they expected. Because we the true seed of Abraham. They was telling a big lie. And here we go again. And when you open up the seal, the fourth heard fourth living say, be you coming? And look, I saw a horse, greenish yellow. See, it's not pale, greenish yellow. And the setting upon the top to him, name of death. The fourth horse was named Death. The one on top of it was, the one above him was named Death. Right? And the horn, which was following with him, that's it, man. Okay, that's a mistake. That should be horn there. That should be Hades. That should be Hades. I don't know how they got there. And Death and Hades was followed with him. So Death is the Oriental nation, and Hades is that's what I said. China and India, right? Yellow with brown spots. That's the leopard in Daniel. Yellow with brown spots. Why it's like that, right? And that's why you see it on the key like that. It was following him and was giving them authority upon the fourth of the earth. What's fourth of the earth? Earth is divided into 4 parts. I showed you that. See? America, Britain, Russia, and Eastern Europe, Western Europe. 4 parts. So that's why it's number 4. So which one are you talking about? I talking about America. Right? Authority was given fourth. That's what they divided America. And the key with long sword and famine and death. Remember I said we famine. And the beast of the earth, that means that's beast of the earth, remember, of the earth, that means that's Russia and the EU or Western Europe, because they're going to turn on America. It'll be famine and death. Death, I said, I show you who death is. That means they're going to be invaded by China and India, because Hades is followed with death. Okay, brothers and sisters. Whoa. Surprise, surprise. Again, see, this is just a continuation. See, because at first, the war in the Middle East, and who's that? Then they get their ass kicked over in Europe. And at that point, that's when China and India put aside a difference, and they come and attack America. They're really angry. It says Goat would be terribly angry. Goat with shoulder against. Because isn't China getting very angry at America right now? They talking to America like America got to tell. You better not mess with us. We'll go to war with you. We'll break your heads. So they'll be extremely angry. Now they're trying to say, put the virus on China and everything else. Said that when the goat comes, they'll be extremely angry. It's going to be angry when it comes. Come at that ram. Who's the ram? That's America and Britain. See? And it breaks it. So here it is. And the 10 horns which you saw. See? Remember I told you 10 horns right there? That's 10 horns. Right? 10 horns which you saw. We hate the harlot. Who's the harlot? That's America. We hate the harlot. Right? And having made her desolate, that means they just defeat her. See, she's desolate. She has no power anymore. Right? They would make her naked. They would strip everything of value. Eat her flesh. They would take the youthful, strong ones out into captivity, right? And they will burn her down in fire. They just burn the place down. You won't be able to live here 1,000 years according to the Bible. So they nuke it? Sound like it. See, they have nukes, but America's nukes. Master Muhammad's not going to allow a nuclear war because we inherit the planet. We don't want to inherit crispy critters, ashes. See, and it says, and for God gave into the hearts of them the opinion of him, give one kingdom of them to the wild beasts until the finished. In other words, what it's saying here is that it's God that inspires, it's Farad that inspires China and India to come and hit America. I'm not going into details about that, but it comes and it gets them, inspires them, right? Well, put it this way. America now, Shia and Farad totally controls the Middle East. Now, India and China are totally dependent upon that oil in the Middle East, totally. But now, now Farad and the Shia have total control of it. So they can tell them what to do, can't they? They said, if you want some more oil, you got to go ahead and take care of it. Because it says he's the one putting their heart to do it. He's the two eyes on the goat head. He's the one putting their hearts to do it. That's what it says right there. He tells them to do it. It says he will use their enemies against them. See? So he's setting their enemies upon them. Because America's being judged. It's in judgment now. See? And pretty soon Suleiman's going to sit in the judgment seat. He's preparing for it right now. He's the one who's going to judge America. Ifrad is the executioner. You get the judgment, then you get the executioner. Sarad is the executioner. Okay, we're getting ready to wrap this up, brothers and sisters. This is interesting here, because we get Farad can tell, well, America in trouble, man, you shouldn't mock them, you shouldn't laugh. Really? Okay. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? For scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Then turn at my rebuke. Sure, I'll pour out my spirit on you. I'll make my words known to you. Because I have called and you refuse, I stretch out my hand and no will regard it. Because you disdain my counsel and would have none of my rebuke. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock your terror. When your terror comes like a storm, your destruction comes like a whirlwind. With distress, anguish, when distress and anguish come upon you. Think about that. That's about Suleiman right there. He's going to laugh at you, going to mock you in your terror. Because it'll come to you suddenly. It's going to come like a storm. So he's going to be sitting and laughing at you. Because all you've done to us, not just you, right, but these vipers, these out here pretending they were Elijah, hurting our people. Or we haven't got a message black man, I'm with Elijah. See, and not getting behind this message. He's going to laugh at them too, because they're going to go down with him. When they could have had a ticket, but they decided to go for self and rip off our people, because that's what they're living off. They're living off of space. They're living off our people. And they casting this shadow by blocking the light. Got people walking around in darkness. Darkness of their shadow. Because they're blocking this light. We're laughing at you too. See, because you didn't listen to me. You don't hear my rebuke, my wisdom, right? See, my knowledge. See, I called you, you refused. I called and you refused. So now you're being mocked too. You're going down with Massa. You're going down with the demons, the serpents, right? You're going down with demons when you could have been saved. See, so you will have no recourse here. You should have gotten this boat before. Because when that war starts, and you ain't on behind this message, then once it starts, you can't get behind it. Then, as what it said in the Quran, it says, when you see the angels coming in the clouds, and the matter has already been decided, it's too late then. And I'm going to tell you, once you see the abomination of appalment, right? The abomination of desolation, it's too late then. Mostly it's too late anyway. Because you said, you probably won't survive that. So you come running, We ain't hearing. Won't be no welcome mat for you. You're going to be pointing the same destruction that demons get. Pharaoh and his buddies. Because be this. Let me see if I can make it a little larger here. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth, remember the Europeans, set themselves and rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their band asunder and cast their cords from us. He that saith in the heavens shall laugh. Suleiman shall laugh at them. The Lord shall have them in derision, mockery, laugh. Hey, yeah, you thought you're so bad. You got nuclear power. You got all this shit. But hey, what's happening to you now? Why are you so afraid? What's scared? How come you can't win anything? You thought you're so bad. You're kicking us in the ass, and now what's happening to you? Why are you running? Why are you so much of a coward? See? Then he shall speak unto them in his wrath. See? That's it. It tells you the wrath in 6th seal, the wrath of the Lamb and the God, in the Suleiman. It says that day has come, the time of their wrath has come together. And vexed them in sore displeasure. It's going to be vexed because you're going to be confused. I mean, what did I do? See? Your military, your generals are confused. Everything's failing. Right? People, all your friends are turning against you. Now you're in trouble with the blacks here because now you need them to help you battle, but you already attacked them. So you want them to help you fight now, the demons and everybody, and you don't already attack them. See? So you're vexed. You don't know what to do. See? I have vexed them in their swords' displeasure. Yet I have set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree the Lord has said unto me. Thou art my son. This day I have begotten thee. Ask me, and I shall give thee the heathen and thine inheritance as thine inheritance and the utmost parts of the earth. That means all that's ours again. See, it's talking about fraud, right? And Suleiman. See? As thy possession, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and shall dash them into pieces like pottery. Be wise now, therefore, O you kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the God with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, to my Suleiman, kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and you perish from the way. See? So that we mess with Suleiman. He being nice. He love you. He love our people. But I said, if you want to make a fool of yourself and become a tyrant, you want to become a tyrant, you act a fool. That's what it says. Kiss the Son. Right? At least become wrathful. He's not going to become wrathful at our people. He's going to be wrathful at time anchors, you scriptees that's hurting our people. See? Lest he be angry and you perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled, but a little. Just a little wrath that he destroyed. Just a little wrath. Blessed are they who put their trust in him. That's the ones, right, our people that come to the light. So blessed are they. But those you stand in the way, casting your shadow, forcing our people to walk around in darkness, it says, his wrath be upon you. This be angry and wrath present, right? When it's only a little wrathful. So they tell you that would happen to you. Just say if he's a little, what would happen if he got really mad? See? Y'all, nobody in this world has a scene for God's anger. Not really. Not yet. And haven't seen Suleiman's anger either. It says the day that wrath has come. When they unleash their wrath, that means the whole thing just perishes, disappears. When both released, you got two of them. When both released, it says, read the 6th seal. When their wrath is kindled, when both, the day their wrath has come, when both their wrath was let loose. And he says, all that would happen if he's just a little angry. But now, all the anger is let loose. Destruction would be so terrible. But blessed are those who put their trust in him. Bless those who trust in him. They believe in this message. They believe in this message. The Abrahamic covenant that we're going home. Blessed, they very blessed. They're very blessed. Very blessed. And then, finally, ask now and see whether a man is ever in labor with child. So why do I see every man with his hand on his lines like a woman in labor, and all faces turn pale? See? It's over here, so you can see that better. See that? That's what a straw man. All they scared to death. See, the land of the free and home of the brave. They ought to be scared to death, because hell is loose on them. Days of vengeance, all this shit they done, now it's coming on them. They'll be in alleyways holding it, scared to death. Scared to death. Drunk without drink, right? Hungry, starving, children gray-headed. See, eating their children, eating their pets. Time of judgment, brothers and sisters. Wake up, brothers and sisters, get on the right side, it's quick. Like it says time of pressure trouble. That's exactly what it means. See? There's Farad, the God. Let me change this a little bit. Farad, the God, the messenger, and the messenger of the covenant. That's what it tells in Malachi. So you read it. You got some other interpretation, fine. You better be right. You better have it right. Because this is a time, no bullshit. This is no bullshit zone here. You better have it right. Because you ain't have time to think about it. Like I said, when you see the abomination of desolation, it says you ain't got time to think. You better recognize it. Because it says once you see it, you can't go home and get your baby. You can't do anything. You got to make it. You don't even know what that means. But you got to make a split. But how can you make that decision if you don't recognize it? Because if you don't recognize it, right, that means that you're going to hesitate. Because you ain't going to do anything because you don't recognize it. So by the time you figure it out, it's too late. So you got to recognize it. You already got to know where it is. Anticipate it. And none of you knew what it was before I told you. These are those ones I've told. Now you got all of a sudden Ishmael. He's talking about the abomination. Talking about his fear. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. He never mentioned it before, but he only mentioned it when I mentioned it. See, they're deceivers. Anyway, that's Master Muhammad. That's Elijah Muhammad, the messenger. That's Suleiman, the messenger of the covenant. Justice. Justice. Time of justice, brothers and sisters. Justice. You reap what you sow. It said you sow the world, you sowed the wind and reap the whirlwind. That's right, America. You sowed the wind, now you reap the whirlwind. It says nothing. It says you'll be punished, chastised like no other nation before you. Destruction will be total and complete. Remember this, America? 464 years of this. See that little boy over there? He look like he's happy being your slave. Does he look like? Look at that terror in that boy's face. He's just a little child, and you give a damn about him. So why should we give a damn about yours? You didn't give a damn about him. Nothing. Look at this. Women out in the field, picking their cotton between you, raping them. Oh yeah, you jump down your horse and rape them, tell them keep picking that cotton. So you finish raping, keep picking that cotton. Then you run to rape another one. Maybe a bunch of this rape her. You know, she raped, pick her out, and then rape her again. Some of you wouldn't even wear clothes out to pick cotton. Right, so you don't have to be wearing, you just jump right on them. Yeah, some of you have out there naked. Remember that? Critical race theory, you trying to run away from now? You can't run fast enough. Remember this? We remember it, and we ain't forgetting it. Or it happened 400 years ago. I don't care if it happened 1,000 years ago. You're going to pay for it. I don't care if it happened a million years ago. You're going to pay for it. We ain't forgetting it. If every action is opposite equal reaction, that's the nature of the universe, and that is not mocked. God is not mocked. That's what it means. That's what it means that God is not mocked. That means you're going to pay for whatever you do. That's consequence, Lord, consequence. See, look, little lady over here? I guarantee you, these people right here probably in their 40s, maybe 50s. That's how much you put on them. You made them age so fast. And you didn't give a damn. Okay? Sick people. Raggedy. So, oh, the American dream, work hard and keep your nose clean. Who worked harder than we did for 40 years? I guess we didn't keep our nose clean. That was the problem. Sick people. Sick people. And you got these demons out here. They don't want to avenge this. They want to be a part of you. And that's what you did to the ancestors. And that is, well, like nothing happened. Because most of them are demons. The rest of them are just cowards and idiots. The enemies no more. The demons are gone. The jinn are gone. Who's the jinn? That's the Sunnis. I explained to you. I'm not explaining to you here. They're the jinn. And God can make God. And false Israel, the Jah, all gone. The enemies are no more. So now we're home, free in the promised land. That's our land. We moved to sand, the land of milk and honey. Very rich. The topsoil under that is yards thick, maybe even miles. Land of milk and honey. See? Move that sand, the land was covering up, keep it from polluting it. So now enemies no more. They're all gone. Now we're sitting back on the throne with our queen elevated, a goddess, that black goddess that nursed us through all of this, with her body, her love, her patience, and you got nerve talking about she's irrational, and you ain't got time for her. You run over 1,000 of them to get to master's daughter. No, they been waiting for you too. They got a few they got a few words for you too. See, I don't think you won't like them. Demons, jinn, devils, Satan. No more. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. We're going to leave it there. Assalamu alaikum.